Welcome to Bowie Bulldogs Football on the Vype Live Network. Bowie Bulldogs Football on Vype Live is brought to you by our top dog sponsors, Circle C Orthodontics and Austin Irrigation Specialists, as well as our touchdown sponsors, United Heritage Credit Union, Jersey Mike's, and Frost Bank. Our game day sponsors include Waterloo Ice House, Nance Orthodontics, Kuiper Sparks Agency, JW Flooring Solutions, McLean Family Dental, Rudy's Barbecue, Carlson Law Firm, The Salt Lick, Schlotzky's, Kruger's Diamond Jewelry, Jen Lamb Realtor, Ally Medical Emergency Room, Lee and Kate Photography, Firehouse Subs, Skin Bar Aesthetics, Chick-fil-A, and Mighty Fine Burgers. And now, along with producer J.C. DeLeon and color analyst Stephen Foster, here's the voice of the Bowie Bulldogs, Dee Hanson.
Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to a Friday Night Lights showdown here at Burger Stadium in Austin, Texas, where we are set for a Texas high school football battle between two Class 26 District 6A heavyweights, your Bowie Bulldogs and the Westlake Chaparrals. You have joined us live on the Vype Live Network, brought to you by Circle C Orthodontics and Austin Irrigation Specialists. I'm Adam Newberger, filling in for Dee Hanson tonight, alongside our great producer, J.C. DeLeon, and my broadcast partner, Eastwood High School football legend, Steve Foster. We are in for a great one tonight as district implications loom large here in mid-October. Steve, this one's been circled on the calendar for a while. What stands out to you about this matchup as we get ready for kickoff?
What's the whole district? You know, this is one of the most insanely skilled and high-powered district in the state of Texas. I would say in any classification. You got Lake Travis, you have Dripping Springs, and now the Westlake Chaparrals. Storied history. We know about Drew Brees. We know about Nick Foles. You know, they got 2 Super Bowl MVPs coming from one little small spot in Austin, Texas, and the consistency of Westlake is amazing.
Yeah, and let's start with the visitors. Led by longtime head coach Tony Salazar, Westlake comes in tonight with a 5-1 record, 2-0 in district play. Dave Campbell's has them ranked 8th currently in 6A. They're coming off 2 dominating performances against Aikens and Austin High to open district play, and have wins against 2 perennial Texas high school football powerhouses in the Steel Knights and Atascocita. What can we expect to see tonight from the Chaps?
I think, you know, you always get pressure off the corners, you know, and that meaning the edge, I should say. They have great rush ends, and they're solid tacklers at the point of attack. Whether you're catching the ball or you're running it, you don't get many yards on that defense. However, there's a gentleman by the name of Reese Moreno.
I've heard of Reese.
Yes. Hard to bring down for the Bowie Bulldogs. And so between him and some other offensive weapons, I think that you're going to see a very interesting matchup tonight in Burger Center.
Yeah, well, we're going to revisit the offense in a second, but let's shift our attention to your Bowie Bulldogs. They enter tonight's contest at 4-3 with a 1-2 record in district play. But don't let the record fool you. They've revamped a hard-nosed rushing attack and an overwhelming physical defensive effort. Looking back to last week, they played tight with Dripping Springs, who have emerged as one of the top teams in the state, and only lost to them by just 7 points. What does that result show to you about this Bulldog team?
I tell you, last week was a great game, and you could see from what the coaching staff has been putting together week by week, because they weren't sure what they were going to have. So now you started seeing you could be competitive in top 10 teams on the road. I mean, that's what you want. And, again, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. And so the whole idea is to get your team prepared for the state playoffs.
Well, there's a lot to be said about the type of ball Coach Jeff Abels has his guys playing and what feels like his 100th season at the helm of this football program. But when Jeff and I spoke this week, he told me how impressed he is with the effort his guys have put in this season and really encouraged by the way some of his sophomores and juniors have stepped into key roles this year. For tonight's matchup against Westlake, that effort will have to be on display again. We could speak at length about the success Bowie has had with their running attack this season, as well as the clean brand of football they found themselves playing defensively. Steve, you found yourself in these big-time slates before. What's it going to take from this Bulldog unit to pull off the upset tonight at home?
I think it's going to be the same game plan as last week. Get some turnovers, get the special teams involved, and then Reese Moreno has to lead an offense that needs to put points on the board. That's what frustrates perennial top teams because they're like, we can't believe someone's scoring on us. They scored on us again. They're up on us on 7. Really, we're all humans, and there are weak spots in the armor. You just have to find it when you talk about quality top 10, 15 teams.
I hear ya. Yeah, we will keep our eye on that. And we are going to pause for a quick break here. When we come back, we're going to discuss some of the key names to watch for on the field tonight as the clock ticks closer to football. Stay with us here on Vype Live.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide much-needed life-saving equipment to first responders all across the country. This year, contributions from Firehouse Subs and their suppliers will total a minimum of $1 million to support first responders via the Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation. Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation has awarded over 300 grants worth more than $4.3 million to public safety organizations all across the great state of Texas. In the greater Austin area alone, more than $343,000 has been granted to local public safety organizations, including Travis County Emergency Services, Williamson County Sheriff's Office, and ACC's Police Department. Founded by brothers and former firefighters Chris Sorensen and Robin Sorensen, Firehouse Subs is the real deal. They know firefighters crave delicious food and a lot of it, so they've made sure every sub at Firehouse Subs is piled high with freshly sliced meat and delicious cheeses. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
Well, starting with the visitor sideline and the Chaparral offense, we mentioned it earlier in this pregame show, Bowie will certainly have their hands full. Quarterback Reese Wise, in his 3rd season, leading the charge for the Chaps offense, has thrown for over 1,000 yards this season and has excelled at finding ways to move his offense down the field. The 6'3" senior has a strong supporting cast. Westlake likes to use running backs Jaron Lopez and Sebastian Henault, and the receiving core features the likes of 6'5" wideout Jack Newhouse. He leads this team in receptions in 2025. Steve, watching the film this week, what impresses you the most about this Westlake offense?
There are a lot of options. I've seen that on the Bowie side of the football too. It's just interesting how Westlake runs its program because they take their youth program and they model it after the high school. And one of the benefits of doing something like that for a program is that you don't have to think about executing. You just become more proficient and athletic, meaning bigger, faster, stronger. So sometimes when you have to go from maybe you have a full, T formation offense, then you go to an I formation offense, then you come to high school and you run another offense. Sometimes that translation takes time. You can master all of those. But if you run the same offense from 8 years old up to 18, the proficiency gets a lot better. Like if you're a group and you play your songs, you're going to sound great. But if you got to play another band's songs, you're going to take a minute to learn the keys, the chords, pitch, all that. And it's the same thing here in sports. There's no different. Sports, as you know, Adam's a microcosm of life. So all the things that you have as issues off the field can then show up on the field.
It's true, Steve, as the Chaparrals take the field, followed by your Bowie Bulldogs out of the tunnel. We mentioned it during the pregame when we were walking around the field. There's a reason they compete year in, year out for state championships, and it's the culture that's really ingrained in that Westlake system. But Turning to the Bulldogs, offensively, the story of the season has been tailback Reese Moreno. We're going to say his name a ton tonight, so get ready for that. He crossed the 1,000-yard rushing mark last week and boosted his touchdown tally to 15 on the season. There's a lot to be said about his individual effort, but also the support he's gotten from that Bulldog offensive line. What can you say about their success so far?
I love linemen. I love offensive linemen, Adam. Hey,
I bet you do. There you go.
Kept me in one piece for an awful long time.
Easy question for a running back.
Absolutely. And again, the coaching staff wasn't certain how this offensive line was going to gel. And it has really done extremely well. I can tell you there's been a few silly penalties here and there that, every coach or analyst is going to talk to you about. Outside of that, they have played well together through some of the toughest teams in the state of Texas. That's going to reveal itself down the road when Bowie gets the opportunity to face competition in state playoff mode.
I like that. I think that's a great point. And shifting to the defense for the Bulldogs, they're playing a redefined brand of football. That front three, we spoke about it earlier, Morel Hinton, Cade Venable, and Jackson Lang, they've combined for 108 tackles, 11 tackles for a loss, 5.5 sacks. Throw in linebacker Mason East. He's terrorized opposing blockers, leads the team in tackles for a loss, 2.5 sacks. And then that secondary, Tremel Banks leads the team with 2 picks. Safety Taylor Gibbs leads the team in tackles alongside an interception, fumble recovery, and even a blocked punt. So what type of effort is it going to take tonight against an offense that averages 47 points a game?
So I've seen some excellent fronts over the years and seasons for the Bowie Bulldogs. What's really crazy is as much as I fall in love with those front three guys every season, this actually might be I hate to say this because I think about Gall and other guys up front. This may be the best front three, and at least 2 of them are coming back, and one is the king of the court for homecoming.
How about that?
So, I mean, Adam, it's crazy, but this defense has been led by some guys that, crazily enough, the coaches had question mark by it. That's insane.
Crazy as the captains take the field there for the coin toss. It was interesting. I was speaking with head referee Chris Esperanza. The coin he's actually using is from his daughter. She serves in the Navy, and she gave it to him. It's this beautiful gold coin, and they're going to be using it tonight in the coin toss, but just a really nice story. He says he keeps it with him all the time.
The bling we could see here from the press box as he shows, and here it goes. That Navy bling hits the turf, and it looks like Westlake has won the toss, elected to receive.
All
Give
right.
us the ball.
How about it?
I'm not mad. As an offensive guy, I like that, but I think it makes sense to defer. Nonetheless, I think the confidence of Westlake, and they have a lot of it, they can withstand the fact that they will not start the second half receiving the football.
Yeah, confidence is key in games like tonight, district play. Well, we are closing in on kickoff between the Bulldogs of Bowie and the Chaparrals of Westlake. The stage is set, and the energy inside a packed house here at Burger Stadium is certainly buzzing. I'm feeling good. I know you're feeling good. JC's feeling good over on the production set. We had our coin toss. We're going to have the national anthem here in just a second, and kickoff coming your way as Bowie looks to shake things up in the home stretch of district play here tonight against local rivals Westlake. All that coming up here under Friday Night Lights at Burger Stadium. This is Bowie Bulldogs football, presented to you by Circle C Orthodontics and Austin Irrigation Specialists along the Vype Live Network.
At Ally Medical ER, our goal is to provide immediate emergency care in a safe and stress-free environment. My name is Dr. Travis Sims, and alongside our team of medical professionals, we are all experts in emergency care. We are a locally owned and fully resourced emergency department that can provide on-site testing and imaging for quick and accurate diagnoses. When you or a loved one has a medical emergency and need compassionate care with little to no wait, we can provide that 24/7. Ally Medical ER, we will get you feeling better, faster.
Well, a beautiful rendition there of our nation's national anthem as the color guard makes their way off the field at Burger Stadium. Again, a sold-out crowd here, a beautiful night for football. We were outside earlier. It was feeling great. You were ready to go hurdle some defenders.
When you get to this part of the year, it's not as warm. Listen, there's nothing like warmth. You and I have experienced the Northeast.
Yeah.
and we know we're much appreciative of an October evening in autumn like this where you can play, there's no elements, not really much wind at all, and you can get out here and see some top-notch high school football in Texas.
Well, Steve, not to mention, as a graduate of the University of Wisconsin, let's just say I've seen the duality of weather, and it can bite you just as hard as these Austin summers up north there in Madison, Wisconsin. But, yeah, certainly great conditions, a mid-October night, good night for football. It's going to be a good one, folks. I hope you're buckled up. We're hoping for an upset here. Coach Abels called it David versus Goliath, but, honestly, I think we got a good shot out there. These guys have looked prepared. They've looked ready. They look energized. Can you speak a little bit about the intangibles as well?
Well, I think, and Coach Abels, very humble man. I don't think the disparity is that wide.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got to have you're a top contender versus maybe a top 20 contender. I really think Bowie has put together themselves an opportunity that regardless of what happens in district, when they get out as one of the top 4 teams, they will also benefit from what goes on in this district play against teams like Westlake.
I hear ya. And we are just about ready for action here at Burger Stadium. The Bulldogs looking to pull off the upset tonight. For the first time in 14 years, they're looking to beat the Chaparrals at home as we are underway. Drengi with the kickoff. It's going to be taken from the 5-yard line by Westlake and brought down there right around the 29-yard line. Rhett Jenkins was there on the tackle. So Westlake
on the return.
On the return.
That's all right.
Hey, first play of the game for everyone, eh? But Westlake will come out for their first drive on offense. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Reese Wise into shotgun. He's going to hand it off up the middle. A good burst of speed there. That was Sebastian Henault on the pickup of about 11. It's going to be a quick first down for Westlake.
They're going to look to go tempo. Good blocking up front. Again, as you say, those first play jitters are now behind us.
They're behind us, and hopefully behind us for this defense as well for the Bulldogs. Man in motion is Jenkins. It's going to be another give. Stopped nicely by that front 3. A gain of 1. Mason East in there on the tackle to force second down. Westlake, as you mentioned, moving quickly. They've got trips to the top of your screen bunched up there by the numbers. One receiver on the near side, shotgun. Wise is going to look to throw. He's looking to the near side. Incomplete. Good coverage there. That was Tremel Banks, the strong corner for the Bulldogs. Lawson Grimes was the intended target for the Chaparrals. It'll be a big third down early here for Bowie.
Trying to beat back that good run on first down from the Chaps.
So they will go with a little stacked formation here. 2 receivers to each side. Looking back for the signs from the coach. It's 3rd and 9 here. 11 minutes and 2 seconds on the game clock to throw down the seam. Incomplete. No flags. A nice third down stop from the Bulldogs. The punt unit will come on. I mean, that's a great first success right there for this defense.
Yeah, and again, that's what I said. I don't buy the David Goliath thing.
Yeah.
But if that helps you, I just think that it's very interesting, this team, that no one kind of was given a little bit of insecurities of not knowing what you have, they're playing pretty good football.
Well, it'll be Drengi back to return for the Bulldogs. The punt is on its way. It's low, it's a spinner, and it's end over end. They're just going to let this one roll down to the 4-yard line. And I feel you, Steve. You know, you almost think you got to pick that one up, prevent that exact situation from happening.
So it's the hidden yardage. And as a punt returner as well, you can still wave for a fair catch and catch the ball after it's bouncing. You just can't advance it. But to let the ball roll like that towards your own goal line is tough on your offense because that was a heck of a bounce. It was a low liner, and it just kept rolling.
Yeah, we talked about special teams earlier today, the importance of that battle, flipping the field, avoiding mistakes. Bowie's going to start from deep in their own territory and try to do some damage here on offense. Our first look at this Bowie offense. It's going to be Christian Haywood, the starting quarterback, in the shotgun. Man in motion to the near side. Picks up a gain of about 4. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 here. On the catch by Nelson, the senior receiver. One of the leaders on this offensive unit. 2 touchdowns on the year for Nelson. They will move 2 receivers on each side. It's going to be a give up the middle to Moreno. And he gets a nice extra push there. He will pick up a few. It'll be 3rd and short coming up for Bowie. First 3rd down situation we've seen for them.
Could be.
Would certainly provide that first down.
One thing I've learned.
Yes.
You're not so ever sure.
Right.
After the huddles. And hopefully we can get us an explanation, Adam, about what we're going to see here.
So the Bulldog defensive unit is sort of standing in between the sideline and the hash marks, waiting for the official call before they take the field. It looks like they think it's going to be football, but we will see.
I don't know. If it is, it looks probably going to be a block that's going to move this football back from the 40.
That's what I would think. This one's going to be a give up the middle, brought down by a handful of Bulldogs. River Favor was in there on the tackle. That was Jaron Lopez, the 5'6" sophomore in the backfield for the Chaparrals. So another big 3rd down here, a chance for Bowie to get this ball back. Takes a snap, pressure coming. Going deep down the left side, incomplete. Good coverage there, really nice coverage from Taylor Gibbs. We mentioned him at the Open, the 5'11" senior. He's been doing it all. Dogs. That was Rhett Jenkins, the receiver, the targeted receiver, I should say. So 3rd and long here. We'll see how this defense can respond. Trips to the right side for Westlake. Grime down by Cade Venable. So that'll force a 2nd down. And about 6 for the Chaparrals as they march deeper into Bowie territory. So 3 receiver set here. It's going to be a play fake. It's going to be a play fake. He's going to go to the corner. Unable to bring it. Oh, and another flag. Unable to bring it. Oh, and another flag. He was looking for Jack Newhouse. The 6'5" receiver for Westlake. In good coverage from Lemuel, but
So you have a height difference. Fabian Lemuel, number 6 on the far side, and as you mentioned, Jack Newhouse. I really like the coverage. Fabian was in the back pocket, reached up, and of course you always have that back arm around the receiver. It's just technique, and no matter where you play football, and but the official thought it football, and but the official thought it was enough.
Well, we knew coming into this what a tough matchup that would be, no matter who's going to be on Newhouse. This one's going to be a give to the left side. Oh, and it is a touchdown. Jaron Lopez is going to sneak in for 6. The 5'6" shifty sophomore found an edge and gets in. So Westlake on the board with 5:35 to go in the first quarter. Westlake 6, Bowie 0.
Direction, and then come back and attack in the other.
So it'll be a big 3rd and 5 here for the Bulldogs. Haywood to throw. He's got a guy in the middle of the field, met immediately by Bennett, the safety. And they will get the first down there. So a nice conversion. That was Drangy picked up the first down in the middle of the field.
So the difference was Drangy secures the catch to the ground and moves the chains. And you're going to have to do that all night because Westlake's going to try to rip the ball away from you. They do a lot of things to be disruptive, even as a good team.
Drangy now in that near side. This one is swung out to Nelson for a pickup of about 1. And again, a feature within this offense, along with Drangy, Trevor Watts, Cruz Pittman as well. These are all guys that are going to get the ball as we go on through this game. Brian Zhang, the linebacker, was in there on the stop for Westlake. So it'll be 2nd and 9 here. 4 receiver set, 2 receivers each side. Haywood again in the shotgun. He's going to keep this one, and he's going to pick up a few. So it'll be 3rd and about 6 from the 40. Couple new personnel coming on for the Bulldogs. Carson Ledford now on the field.
Good to have Trevor Watts, number 13, back. He was sidelined last week.
Yeah, Trevor Watts, a staple in this offense. They've got trips to the far side. Fake the give. Haywood looking for a receiver. He's going to bounce out of the pocket. Still looking. He's just going to fire this one out of bounds. Pressure was coming in his face. A flag thrown on the field. We'll see where this one's going on the far side.
Could this be a cheap 5 and it'd be 3rd down and maybe 1 or 2? Let's see.
We'd like that.
No. It's the shift, legal shift.
Okay, so this one going against the Bulldogs, and they will bring out the punt unit again. So Campbell will return to the field to punt. You know, we've seen the offense start to get the engines going a little bit, but so far just not able to really find that explosive play.
Yeah, I agree with you. Defense looks really good. Again, sans the penalties, it may be 0-0 still.
So Campbell with a nice kick to about the 25-yard line. Oh boy, and a big return coming here. A flag is thrown behind the play as Braden Riddell picks up around 35 on that return. We'll see what the flag is. This thing could be coming back.
What I like, though, about that return is you see a lot of surety when the returner catches the ball. Those first 3 to 4 yards are with certainty. And that allows you to get past that. We used to call them hot men or, missile guys that go down, and they're from the edges trying to get that punt returner. Well, if you bring authority when you make that move upfield, as we've seen, even though there was a hold, the runner, the return man, can get past that initial oncoming punt coverage team and make a great play. But again, only because they were holding.
Right, right. The hold, a critical part
Yes.
of that play, but you make a good point. Those first 3 to 4 steps, I mean, that can be the difference between a really long return and nothing. Either way, this Westlake offense will pick up from the 24-yard line. Wise is going to keep. He's going to dump it down. He's got Lopez. Lopez will pick up a bunch there, and it's going to be a quick first down on the first play of this drive. 2:06 to go here in the first. That was Broadhead on the reception there. This one is going to be taken by Hinault, and he'll get close to that marker. It'll be about 2nd and 2 for Westlake, close to midfield.
You've seen a couple of passes thrown downfield, but wisely get the ball out in space to your playmakers.
2 running backs in the backfield. A nice stiff arm there. That was Broadhead picking up the first down and getting past midfield. So it'll be another first down. Westlake greasing the wheels a little bit here. They've found a little bit more success running the ball, these short passes as well, and again, keeping that tempo up. 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Looked like a weird snap. Surprised they didn't call a false start. Instead, they're going to go deep. Oh, my goodness. Was that caught? It was. Lawson Grimes bobbled it, fell to the ground, and somehow came down with that football.
But it looked like it was a false start.
I mean, for sure a false start.
Yeah.
There was a false start. There was a muff snap. Either way, no call there. Coach Abels is infuriated.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it. That was not in rhythm with the snap.
Another poor snap. Somehow gets it off to Broadhead again. He's going to get that ball down to the 5-yard line. So in the red zone here again with 50 seconds to go in the first quarter, Westlake on the precipice of adding another score to their tally. We're going to see what this red zone defense is made of, though, for the Bulldogs. Wise takes the snap, looking for a receiver, and he's got one. It's Jack Newhouse, the 6'5" senior, with the reception. A 5-yard touchdown pass from Wise to Newhouse. And with 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter, Westlake jumps out to a 13-0 lead.
Well, again, nothing fancy, aided by a non-call.
Right.
I mean, when you see 5 or 6 people move and then the ball gets snapped, and somebody's doing something wrong.
You got to think so. Our friends in the stripes did not, and the kick is good on the extra point, so it will be 14-0. 30 seconds remaining here at Burger Field. You know, we saw Dripping Springs jump out to a 14-0 lead.
Yeah.
And we learned the resiliency of this Bulldog team. It's still incredibly early, and we know we haven't seen the full effect, what they're capable of. So we will find out.
Well, I'll tell you what. It really, the defense gives up the score here. There was a short field, again, aided by either calls or non-calls. You would think, oh, hey, no call, maybe that's good for us. But again, you're seeing, and again, you can't stand up here and bellyache all about the officiating. You're going to have to make plays against very good teams. Mm-hmm. That's going to keep you in ball games. That's going to give you a chance at the end to win.
Right. Yeah, I think it's just letting your action on the field, letting those plays develop, not just using the officiating as an excuse necessarily. Not that it has been. This one is going to be returned, taken from short yardage. That was Luke Katz, the DB, on the return. So Bowie's offense will get another shot at this one, starting their third drive from the 22-yard line.
And if you see, as we were talking about the front of Westlake and the front of Bowie, both do an excellent job in trying to keep big plays from happening. They do it differently, as you see a 4-man front here for the Chaparrals.
So Haywood again at the helm. Motions to trips on the near side. This one's going to be a give to Moreno. Tries to shake a block. Looking for a face mask there. Not going to get one. It's a loss of 2. Loss of 3, I should say. And the first quarter will roll to an end here at Burger Stadium. The Westlake Chaparrals 14, the Bowie Bulldogs 0. We'll step aside here for a moment as we head to quarter number 2.
Making a decision about what to eat can be hard, especially when you're on the go. Did you know Chick-fil-A helps you save time with easy-to-order options on the Chick-fil-A app? Plus, with every qualifying purchase, you'll receive points towards tasty rewards. Order your favorites through the Chick-fil-A app and pick them up at the Chick-fil-A South Mopac to cheer on the Bulldogs to victory. Let's go, Dogs!
Rudy's Barbecue is a proud sponsor of Bowie High School football. Be sure to stop by your local Rudy's or Rudy's.com to place an order for their real Texas barbecue. Enjoy 100% oak smoked meats, delicious sides, and Rudy's signature sauce. And don't forget, Rudy's serves made-to-order and grab-and-go breakfast tacos every day until 10 a.m.
Well, we are back here at Burger Stadium. Thanks for tuning in to Vype Live Network. The Bulldogs trail the Chaparrals 14-0 as we get underway in the second quarter. This offense will have a second down from the 19-yard line. The 32 is the yard to gain. So some work to be done here offensively for the Bulldogs. 3 receivers to the right. Moreno is motioned out to the right, and they're going to call a pre-snap penalty here.
Tough sledding today.
Yeah, false start coming back against the Bulldogs.
And, you know, to me, I've seen the Bulldogs play better. Unfortunately, the psychology gets you more than the ability. And that's one thing you have to overcome. And that bodes in the favor of Westlake. You know? Got to get them out of your head.
Westlake comes into your house. It's a mentality thing for sure. And they're going to try to get in there. This one's going to be a keeper for Haywood. He picks up a couple. He's going to be dropped down right around the 15. But it will be a third and very long here for the Bulldogs. Again, from their own 15-yard line. They're going to need something big here.
I'm a big proponent. And one of the best passing plays I like, if you're going to be safe, is a screenplay. But it's tough to use a screenplay on a third down because then you still have, like you said, 15, 16, 17 yards to go. So now the ball's got to be thrown downfield if you have any kind of chance to pick up a first.
It's going to be a play fake. He's looking deep. He's looking for Drengi. Oh, my goodness. It was certainly close. Drengi had his paws on it, broken up. We do have some laundry on the field.
Yeah. And
right around the line of scrimmage.
And Coach Abels is going, no pass interference? He pulled. Drengi got his arm pulled. Here we go from the official, though.
So it's going to be an offensive holding. And the Bulldogs just cannot catch a break. It will be declined, as you mentioned, by Westlake, which will bring up fourth down. And the punt unit back onto the field here. Campbell will have to punt from his own goal line. And we talked to Coach Abels as well about the special teams element of this game, making sure we get the snaps off clean punts, good blocking, and getting down the field quick.
I like that last play, Adam.
Yeah.
Attack that defense. you're not going to be able to have all those many holding calls in the secondary all night.
And we talked about Drangy as well. He's a prime target there, and they were looking for him. There's a flag on the field on the punt. It's thrown by that back judge, or the field judge, I should say. Ball's currently being marked at the 49. We'll see where this one goes.
Two for Hankies. Two Hankies hit the turf here at Burger Stadium, and you got a chance earlier to come down on the field, and I know you've enjoyed House Park. What'd you think about Burger Stadium?
Listen, Burger Stadium, it has been a real treat. You have the nice view of the skyline, although a little bit further away, but we had a great sunset earlier and a packed house. It is a special sight. 6A football is something else, man.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, love seeing all the red and black out there. They know this team is capable of making a good run into the playoffs. They've got to pick up 2 more wins this season. It's going to be a hold. It's going against Westlake, so it'll back them up from the spot of the punt. They'll start from their 41-yard line, Westlake will. Again, Westlake, one of the top teams in the state. So always a tough task for these Bulldogs, but again, they need to pick up 2 wins here to get into the state playoffs. A team, that's known to be in the state playoffs. So Westlake will start their offense. It's a low snap again. Wise will pick it up and run with it. Eventually brought down. It was it was Venable on that initial contact. So the ball will be spotted at the 48-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3 for Westlake. 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Wise drops back to throw. Looking deep. He's going to deliver a strike way down there. Oh boy, he's got a receiver in for the score. Touchdown Westlake. That was a big one for Westlake. A 52-yard touchdown pass found Rhett Jenkins, the receiver out there down the seam. Oh man, that was an air assault.
That was on time, and only where his receiver could catch the ball, and that's what you want from Reese Wise. You want to have your receiver go get it.
Well, Reese Wise, the veteran quarterback, as the kick is up and good. Westlake leads 21-0 with 10:20 in the second. Reese Wise, 6'3", 205 pounds, the senior. He's in his 3rd year starting at quarterback for the Chaparrals. I mean, you can talk all day about how much experience matters at the high school football level, but you said it too, the difference between your first, the first 6 games of your career versus once you get to that senior level, right?
Right. It made a difference from junior year. I remember we got to play Monahans. They were ranked 4 in the state. They were a classification lower, but they had a lot of guys. Big shout out to a buddy of mine, Merv Skurlark, up in Dallas, Texas. He went on to play at Texas Tech. My guy, with some other guys anyway. The Boy Saws, they were unbelievable as a top 5 team. That's tough. But then you go into your next year, your senior season, and that campaign was so much different because I understood. Plus, I grew during that year last. And so it's a process. I don't know anything on earth that's not a process. And so we're seeing one here. This is a pretty good football team in the 2025 Bowie Bulldogs as well.
Yeah, certainly. We know that, as Bartley will kick this thing back, and it will go for a touchback. I mean, Bowie's coming out, 3 straight punts. Walk me through the mindset here for this offense.
We got to figure out personally, I look at it as, okay, I've got to get some plays that moves the Westlake defense off of a base situation. So they play a 4-3 defense, 4 linemen, 3 linebackers, 4 coverage guys. All right, all they do is just play their assignment. You have this part, you have this part, you have this part, 11 spots. you got to move them around so they're away from those traditional defensive spots so that you can attack weak areas in their defense.
So it'll be a run up the middle for Moreno. Moreno gets a nice little hole there, picks up about 9, and you've seen it so far, a lot of motion being used from this offense. They have tried to achieve that, but ultimately, Westlake has prepared for this scheme. They know Moreno is really the heartbeat of this offense, and so you're right, they are going to have to try to catch him off guard as we go on.
Move Moreno out in the slot. Put him in motion. Make him a decoy. Make him a receiver. You can't go away from him, but be unconventional when you do it.
Well, they're going to go back to him here. He's looking for the edge. He's not going to find it. It is a first down, though, on the gain of 1. So the chains will move. A good second and short play, and the Bulldogs will
it's
have
safe.
First down.
It's safe because Reese Moreno can get you a yard, especially with movement, and second down and 1 because the playbook truly is wide open. So my point is you've got to take some shots. You don't want to have this Westlake team start running it up into the 50s on you, and you're not scoring.
Well, we'll see how they operate here with a fresh set of downs from the 36. Again, a couple of receivers in motion. The fake, the give to Moreno. They've got Willingham on the catch and the run. It's a pickup of about 5 up to the 40.
Makes you think about someone else. If I'll take 5 yards from 5 different players, right?
Yeah.
That's 25 yards. All of a sudden I hit you with a Reese Moreno screen, I walk into the end zone. Because now, who's it going to be? It's the shell game. It makes that defense not sit at home and just play technique in those 11 spots. You have to move them around. That's why you use motion. That's why you have trips and twins.
And they'll move out of the pistol here. It's a give up the middle. Moreno shakes off 1 tackle. Picks up about 1. And you're right, it's about spreading the field, finding different receivers, different looks, using the guys at your disposal.
And get a matchup that benefits you. Just like we saw Jack Newhouse height against Fabian Lemuel, and then they drew a penalty, and then he didn't score on the deep pass. He scores on a slant or a look-in from 7 yards because they found the matchup that makes it difficult in the secondary, and then we exploit it. How do we exploit it? The bigger body gets inside the defender. Now you're either going to go through him and it's a penalty in the end zone, first and goal on the 3, or it's a touchdown. It's a mental approach to it, in my opinion, as well and as much as it is finding the matchups and getting the defense off of its natural, I would say, play assignments. You always want to be assignment perfect. So if you can get them off their assignments, moving or chasing, now the advantage is you on the offense because you know where you're going.
100%. I think that's a great point. And I think it's also momentum as well, right? When you're comfortable, when you have that momentum, right, all of a sudden it sort of becomes just part of your routine.
Right.
There's not much that's going to catch you off guard.
No.
But all of a sudden, you're on your toes, right?
Yeah. And again, the Westlakes, the Lake Travises, the Dripping Springs, all the you talked about Tascasita earlier, all these folks, they're well-coached teams. So they're going to have keys that they see. So give them something that they believe they see, yes, and then do something different than what is perceived that they're going to see.
Well, we'll see what we get here. It's going to be 3rd down, 5 to go. Pressure coming. Haywood looking. He escapes. He fires. He's got a receiver. It's Drengi. Drengi's got the first down and more. Flag came in there late, but it is a pickup for a first down.
And Drengi's, hey, this is a weapon. So get your weapons involved. I love that play.
Yeah.
Because Christian Haywood is so good with his legs as well. He bought time. You saw the action in the backfield. That makes the second-level linebackers hold because now they have to look at keys. Reese Moreno going this way. What's happening here? Meanwhile, Durangi's sneaking out 12, 15 yards. Haywood goes, hey, man, I can run to my dominant side. I can either run and pick up the first down or, better yet, lollipop to my guy, first down.
Well, with the penalty, all of a sudden Bowie positioned here at the 27-yard line of Westlake. It's going to be a give up the middle. Oh, boy. Marino got popped there by a wall. That was Pasquale Marici, the senior, in on the stop there for Westlake. 7:34 and counting here in quarter number 2.
It's hard on very good front teams, just like it is with Bowie. It's hard to run up the middle. I'm a huge proponent of off the edges. Maybe because I'd like to preserve my body, but yes.
Well, with trips to the left, it's going to be a give again to Moreno. He's going to churn and get back to the original line of scrimmage.
That's a lot of punishment. If you're going to give Moreno the ball on second down, why not set up a screen where you can slide that line, do something different, and then get him out in space? Because you've seen the swing passes to the running backs. Westlake is that nothing really, it's basic, but it gets you a great playmaker outside of the hash marks towards the numbers.
So 3 receivers to the short side of the field here. Fake to Moreno. Haywood looking towards the end zone. No. It's almost picked off there by Thompson Bennett.
Kind of no man's land here.
Yeah.
Adam. And I like that. Attack that third level, that defensive secondary of Westlake. Make them have to play. Make them get a defensive holding. Make them get a pass interference call. Move the 10 or 15 yards against that defense because, again, quality receivers in black tonight as well.
Right.
But you got to make or attempt to play to be able to get the call.
You're absolutely right, and they're going to go for this one on 4th down here. A must-get situation looking down the seam. Oh, man, this one is picked off and taken back down at the 24-yard line. That was Wiley Nichols, the 6'3 junior.
It kind of looked like the receiver stopped the route.
Yeah.
And I think Haywood thought he was going to keep going. Now, here's the good thing. It's 4th down. It's almost like a punt. You've taken, but you would have liked to see, and again, I love the downfield look. But that's what you got to do. Listen, this is a good team.
Right.
They're 5-1 for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good point. They actually Westlake ends up with worse starting field position than they would have had on just an incompletion there. Either way, they will start their drive with a run up the middle. That was Hinault, the senior, on the carry. Picks up 2 there.
Now the idea is get this ball back. Don't allow Westlake any more points on the board. Regroup, and then know that you're going to have the opportunity at the start of the second half to go down and get some more points.
No doubt about it. 5:42 and counting here in the second. Wise looking to throw across the field. He has a receiver. That was Rhett Jenkins, the junior, on the reception for the first down. So clock continues rolling. You made a good point, right? It's stopping the bleeding. You know, you're really trying to get a stop on this drive,
right?
Regardless of how much time you have left for that offense. It's going to be a give to the outside here with some space and a nice tackle there. That was Logan Farenthold on the tackle there, wrapping up big number 89 Newhouse. Or sorry, that was Braden Riddell.
Absolutely. And here's a solid quality defense, side to side, sideline to sideline. And again, I think Bowie's frustrating to a certain degree some of the things that Westlake's doing. But again, you got to carry that for another 5 minutes.
Yep. So it'll be 2nd and 8. Westlake will move into shotgun. It's a play fake. Oh, pressure in his face and brought down. That was Mason East, the linebacker, coming in with force. The first sack of the day for this Bowie defense. Oh, they needed that one bad.
They did. Hinton came high. He tried to grab, and people, I want you to grab me high with shoulder pads, and everybody loves to do bench press. That's not going to do it. But Mason East, he's just a different guy. So
he loves leg day.
He loves leg day. Exactly.
Well, Mason East with a big sack to force a 3rd and long. Bowie going to bring pressure again. And there, Mason East, it's picked off! It's picked off and taken to the house for a touchdown. Alex Zarate, Vincent Villarreal with the score. Bowie getting 6 the unconventional way. Defensive pick 6 there.
That's what pressure does.
That's what pressure does, and they brought it with force.
You have to be disruptive. There's no mystery or magic to it, but you have to be disruptive. Talking about the Cowboys this weekend and what they need to do. Bring blitzes up the middle, off the corner, roll the coverage. Make it difficult for a quarterback.
Kick is up, and kick is good. Well, if there was anything that was exactly what the doctor ordered for Bowie, I would say that is certainly up there, a pick 6. You cannot script it much better than that. All we wanted was to stop.
Did you hear what I said when I said 5 minutes? I said to get more points.
More points.
Yeah.
Well, they did it.
They did it. I said that the second half, when they get the kickoff, I said the idea is to get more points.
More points.
So they had to have points.
Right.
Before they get more points.
Right. And you're going to need points if you want to win the game.
That's right. You see that subtlety? I clairvoyantly, Adam. For you. In the absence of D. Hansen, I'm going to give you a little bit.
I appreciate it. No, it's the rookie hazing tonight.
You're not a rookie. For those that don't know, Adam does the Anderson Trojans and, another quality team in the 5A division, ATX style, and you can catch him. But I appreciate you riding along this evening and being a part of the broadcast, and we welcome those who welcome us, and so that was a great play, man.
Yeah, that was awesome. That's why we do it. That's why we're up here, to call plays like that. And, yeah, it was awesome to see. Just a really well-executed defensive play all across the board.
It was with pressure, though.
With pressure.
Yes.
Pressure was key, and pressure makes diamonds.
Yeah.
That's what they
That's
say.
right.
And
That's right.
Pressure scores touchdowns.
They sure do.
So it will be 21-7 here, 4:05 to go after a big momentum shift in the second quarter. Vibes much higher on that Bowie sideline now as they will kick off to Westlake. Drangy with a little pooch kick down to the 25. It's going to be taken by Nichols. Nichols is looking for that sideline. He's got it, and he's still on his feet, marching all the way down into the Bulldog 40. There is a flag on the near side at the Westlake 37. We'll see if this thing's coming back. Maybe we'll get a hold, a little block in the back. We'll see what the call is.
I thought there was a block in the back.
Yeah.
I thought there was a block in the back. I didn't say anything. Seems like the side judge may have caught that one. It was. And that's because there was good hustle. Again, pressure up the front for Bowie on the kickoff.
Special teams, it's the third phase, but it's just as important.
100%.
And so that negates a strong return there with the block in the back.
Well, because you hustle down
Yeah.
to get on that return guy and mess him up. You don't want to create that block in the back, but you want to keep those guys coming downfield off of the return guy, at least long enough without creating a penalty. That didn't happen here, and you see the ball moved back to the 28.
So Westlake will start their drive from the 28-yard line, 3:55 to go here in the second. Another stop now needed from the Bulldogs. Riding that wave, this defense is. Wise out of shotgun. He's going to give it up the middle and met there with force. Looked like 99 Hinton in there on the tackle, lost his helmet. A couple helmets actually flew off there.
And see, remember, you frustrate good teams when you do this. So they're going to start jawing. They want to start talking. They want to start saying stuff. And that's what Monahans did when we went on the road to play them. The same thing. The good teams, they don't like having you make successful plays against them. And they're going to do this for the rest of the night because 14 points is too close for them. So I think, unfortunately, Bowie may have taken the bait on that one. You can't get into that mind game. And good teams, their coaches allow this. They allow it, okay? I've seen it for decades. You keep blasting them, say they fumble again, it's going to get out of hand. They're going to be an unsportsmanlike because it frustrates a top team.
Right, and you know Coach Abels wants these guys playing with passion and ferocity, but 100%. At some point, cannot afford those penalties. This is going to be a give up the middle. It's a nice pickup there, close to the first down marker. Looked like Lopez with the carry. Eventually brought down in the secondary. So
it's a quick hitter. And you can do those on first down.
Right.
Because the playbook's wide open. Don't sleep here at second and short. They may take a shot being the chaparrals.
And Wise will drop back to throw. He is going to take that shot to the near side. Just past the outstretched hands of Rhett Jenkins.
That's the time to take it. Smart. That right there says, hey, I can get 1 yard and move the chains, or I can go get 20 yards, maybe a touchdown on a broken coverage play, and I still got 3rd and short.
Well, it was good coverage there from Gibbs. This is a give up the middle going back to Lopez. He is going to pick up that first down. So they go back to small ball to get it done on 3rd down.
Hinton was this close of making a stop in the backfield. That's why I said very hopeful, because this front three of the Bulldogs on defense really comes to play Thursdays and Fridays already in 2025.
Yeah, Coach Abels believes they can really play with anyone. Another give to Lopez down to the 41-yard line. That was River Favor on the tackle there for the Bulldogs. At the 42, it'll be 2nd and 8 coming up. 2:20 to go in quarter 2. We'll see if they will run a play before the 2-minute timeout. They're lining up as if they are.
Oh, yeah.
Trips to the near side. Drops back to throw, does Wise. He's got a receiver. He's got Riddell. And Riddell picks up a few more down all the way to the 25-yard line and a first down as we do reach that 2-minute timeout. So Westlake getting back into striking distance with 2 minutes to go here in the half. We'll see how this defense can respond. We will step aside here for a moment on Vype Live Network, home of the Bowie Bulldogs, with the 2-minute timeout.
At Ally Medical ER, our goal is to provide immediate emergency care in a safe and stress-free environment. My name is Dr. Travis Sims, and alongside our team of medical professionals, we are all experts in emergency care. We are a locally owned and fully resourced emergency department that can provide on-site testing and imaging for quick and accurate diagnoses. When you or a loved one has a medical emergency and need compassionate care with little to no wait, we can provide that 24/7. Ally Medical ER. We will get you feeling better, faster.
Rudy's Barbecue is a proud sponsor of Bowie High School football. Be sure to stop by your local Rudy's or Rudy's.com to place an order for their real Texas barbecue. Enjoy 100% oak smoked meats, delicious sides, and Rudy's signature sauce. And don't forget, Rudy's serves made-to-order and grab-and-go breakfast tacos every day until 10 a.m.
And we return from the 2-minute timeout. The Bulldogs on defense here just outside the red zone. Ball spotted right around the 25-yard line. Coach Abels having a conversation there with the referee. A couple couple interesting calls so far that we've seen, Steve. But, ultimately the Bulldogs still in this one need to come up with a big stop here.
Yeah, they do. Again, Westlake is on the move, just knocking on the door of the red zone. 1st and 10.
It's 1st and 10. It's at the 27. Wise will drop back to throw. Has a receiver. Met immediately. A handful of Bulldogs in on the stop.
Good defense right there.
Yeah, good. It was a solid pass, a seed to his receiver, but picked up nicely by the Bowie defense. So ball now at the 24-yard line, 2nd down here. Wise will give. This time it's Lopez. Lopez, shifty, keeps those feet moving in a spin move down around the 13-yard line. He's going to pick up the 1st down, and Westlake enters the red zone with 1:23 and counting.
Lopez, a scat back type move.
Yeah, Lopez, he's small, but he's quick, he's shifty. He's a weapon back there. Westlake is going to keep this train rolling. Wise looking to throw, escapes, he's going to move, and he's got some room. Wise tripped up. Is he in the end zone? The ball's out. He is. It's ruled a touchdown. Reese Wise will do it himself. He's in for 6. So Wise runs it in. It's a 13-yard touchdown scramble for the star QB of Westlake. And just like that, it's 27-7.
Yeah, the good decision, Adam. Nobody open. Good coverage in the secondary by Bowie. And 2 opportunities to bring down the signal caller. He just stepped out of tackles.
Yeah, he made his way right through the middle of those tackles. Good coverage, like you mentioned. Extra point is good. Makes it 28-7. 57 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. That's what you can get with this Westlake offense, right? Even when you have good coverage, it's playmakers like Wise. He's experienced, like we mentioned.
Yep.
It's just going to be a challenge all night.
Yeah, and they're going to bring it. There's no letting up from top teams.
So 57 seconds here. I mean, you can, certainly want to avoid mistakes here.
Yes.
Any sort of strategy going into the end of this quarter.
Got to take care of the ball and go in, get at least 1 or 2 positive plays that you can build upon coming out of the locker room in the second half.
Right. Yeah, building momentum. I mean, who knows? Maybe you get a nice return. They fair caught the last few. A good kicker, obviously, in Nolan Bartley for Westlake. We will see as he kicks from their 40-yard line. Again, 57 seconds to go in the half. Bartley will kick this one deep. And they're going to let this thing roll into the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Or touchback. Got a little excited. So Bowie will start from the 25. Again, we'll see if they can just generate a little bit of momentum here headed into halftime.
Yeah.
Bowie will receive the football to start the second half.
Exactly.
But again, taking care of the football will be imperative here.
Good call. And again, do you get a wrinkle?
So Moreno in motion. It's Lamb now back there.
That's a hold. It's 10 quick ones. And Drengy, listen, he's 6'3" himself, okay? So you don't have to be 6'5". You just have to be somebody who can make a play, who can stretch a defense with a matchup benefit. And you know what? I'd throw it 3 times. I'd make them roll coverage, send a guy like Trevor Watts, you got Luke Nelson, or even Reese Moreno's not a bad receiver out of the backfield.
He's one of the better playmakers on this offense.
Yeah, make that defense think about something different off of their normal assignments.
So it's Drengy in motion. Again, Lamb in at quarterback now. It's just going to be a give to Moreno. He's going to break it to the edge. Picks up a few there. Picks up a good chunk of 3. Clock will stop here at 44 seconds. A timeout called by the Bulldogs, naturally. So 44 seconds to go here, quarter two. Ball is at the 38-yard line.
Get your 10-yard pass. You're
Why
almost
not?
about midfield, right? You still got 2 timeouts in your pocket. Put pressure on a defense. Drangy, 6'3". Trevor Watts, your number 1 receiver and receptions numbers, back this week. Make your opponent think about something. Listen, they got the W on the helmet, so what? I mean, you have to get past that. They're a good team, no doubt, well coached. Been in the system since they've been 8. But again, what does that mean to you? Nothing. What it means is all I have is opportunity tonight at Tony Berger Stadium. I can go get a 15-yard pass against them. I can run off an 8-yard run. I can get help, too, by how the coaches line you up. Then they've been bringing pressure on defense, not bad, and make it a battle.
Agreed. And I think part of that, too, is you got to win the battle in the trenches. The offensive line, right, they need to overcome that mental hurdle like you were mentioning. It's going to be another give up the middle. Moreno with a little bit of space. Picks up the first down. Does Moreno out to the 47-yard line.
May have to take it.
Yeah, an O-lineman tripped up there, but
no,
makes his way back to the line of scrimmage. Clock
is
will
running.
Continue to roll.
I might have taken a TO there just to save my guy, but now don't make this a cheap play. Get this ball downfield after you took 15 seconds off the clock.
Looked like a little miscommunication there on the read from
Get
Lamb.
out of bounds, Drangy.
Drangy with the reception.
I thought he was just going to catch it and go out of bounds. He turned inward. I was like, oh, you only got 8 seconds.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Well, 9 seconds to go. Still on your own 46-yard line here.
So you can see it. And you can tell this, if you're the coaches, they should put 2 safeties back, right? 2 high. Maybe even go cover 3, right? 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. But that means you can beat that in the hash mark area.
And if you can get a quick throw right in the hash area, maybe set up like a long field goal, I mean, you got
the timeouts. If you can get down.
Could even take a shot. Lamb escapes the pocket. He's going to go with the screen option there. It's Moreno. Moreno one-on-one with the defender. Keeps those feet moving. Eventually brought down. It takes a pack. We'll see if they can. They cannot get the timeout. And that will end what has been an eventful first half. Westlake leads 28-7. I mean, what have you seen? You know, it's been a mixed bag.
If you use that play with 3-4 minutes to go and get Reese Moreno out in space and let him pick up 9 yards like that, 2nd and 1, you, being the Bowie Bulldogs, can throw the ball then downfield and see if you can get 20 yards to Drangy, Trevor Watts. You know, we also saw Hunter Willingham get those big bodies and fast receiver in the game of let's put pressure and matchup difficulties on a Westlake team that probably can say, well, I can just sit and squat to see everything come to me. I'm not being, given a receiver in the middle and a receiver down the sideline where I have to pick and choose, right? So they're not out of their base defense or base assignments. Well, everybody looks good in base defense.
Right.
Move them around, get your matchups, get Drangy, those type of guys, Reese Moreno, screens, swing passes on first down, get him out in space. Don't beat him up between the tackles. It's a very good team. Same thing for Westlake. They'll sneak one maybe on first down, but they're rarely gone up the middle.
Yeah, and, we also talked about the purpose behind that drive too, right, to build that momentum. We saw some good plays there, right? So you wonder, what's the message going into this halftime break from Coach Abels?
We've got to put together sustained scoring drives. Defense is playing.
Right.
I am not mad at them. And, of course, and people will say this around town, but unfortunately there's some truth to it. Some teams get helped out by the hanky.
Yeah. Yep. No doubt about
It
it.
is
The
what
dirty
it is.
laundry.
It is
the
what it
dirty
is.
laundry. Well, it is halftime again. Westlake leads 28-7, and we will step aside here for the halftime performances from the marching bands. You're tuning in to Vype Live Network, home of your Bowie Bulldogs. We will return.
Events Coordinator, C. Lopez, Operations Manager, Lola Powell, and Community Outreach, Hara Srinivasan. Our line officers are Second Lieutenant Abigail Finkel, Second Lieutenant Genevieve Legere, Second Lieutenant Mimi McCabe, Second Lieutenant Keelan Sanders, Second Lieutenant Marion Stewart, First Lieutenant Julia Villarreal, and your captain, Franny Bernard.
Back at halftime here at Tony Berger Stadium. It is the Westlake Chaparrals 28 and the Bowie Bulldogs 7. However, you know, we can't have these broadcasts without the support, and the support runs deep and wide. Ally Medical. Michaela,
Hi.
my hockey fan. She says, I'm a hockey fan. I'm like, should I say go Stars? What am I doing here? It's like, okay, no worries. Listen, thank y'all so much for being a part of the 2025 Bowie Bulldogs football program. I mean, we have Silver Stars, we got the band, we got the team, and it doesn't happen without sponsors. So thank you. Tell us about Ally Medical.
Yeah. So at Ally Medical, we're more than an emergency room. We're actually off of Ditmar and Manchac, so we're not too far from
Talk
here.
to me. You don't need that. You know what you do. Come on.
Yeah, but we're more than an emergency room. We really focus on our patients.
Great.
We really, you know, they come in and they're not feeling their best. If you go to an emergency room, you're not coming in because you're having a great day. And so our doctors want you to come in, know what's going on within your body, outside of your body, and leave you feeling fantastic, you know?
So are you a nurse?
I'm not. No, I'm part
Okay.
of our marketing team.
Ah, the marketing team. Okay. All right. So give me a situation. Is this where all of a sudden somebody is going home tonight? Are you all 24 hours?
Yes.
Okay, 24 hours.
Yes.
We're not feeling well. Can we go to Ally Medical?
Yes, please. We are 24/7.
Okay.
We're physician owned, so the doctors that you see there,
Yes.
they own a part of that emergency room.
Okay.
And we're freestanding, which always seems really weird. We're just not part of a hospital. But
Okay.
with that, we actually have a really amazing financial assistance program called our Care Relief Program.
Okay. So that means I can pay for it even though
Yeah.
it may be somewhat of an emergency. Would you possibly send me to refer me to a hospital? I might
If
get that.
needed. But
If needed.
we
Okay.
can take care of everything
right.
that
Okay.
a
Cool.
regular hospital emergency can take
Okay.
care of.
Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to-
lacerations, migraines,
Okay.
anything.
Okay, so we don't have to go to any of the other
Exactly.
recognized.
Yeah.
Ally Medical can do it right there. Physician owned. They can say as much as anybody else. Downtown, around town.
Oh, definitely.
And how did this concept come to be? Did the doctors say, "Look, we don't want to be a part of a big system," or "Hey, let's just do our own thing. We're pretty good guys." How did the concept of doing this and not being affiliated with a hospital come about?
So our doctors, honestly, they got tired of patients not being treated like
Okay.
humans.
All right, there we go. Okay.
That
All
was
right.
our big thing. Is they were
Okay.
like, how do we take care of people and treat them like humans instead of just a number that's coming into the emergency room? How do we look at them in the eye? How do we get them treatment? Know that they're being taken care of and being treated, not only their emergency but also their well-being. You know.
Okay. All right. And so You said they can pretty much handle anything that an emergency room around town at said no-name hospitals. And then, well, we want to accentuate Ally Medical. We don't want to say the names of other, because they don't pay. Look, they're not with the Bowie Bulldogs, at least not in 2025. So we have to focus on our sponsors, and we really appreciate it. Do you have any affiliation to Bowie, or just it's through being a sponsor and supporting us and enjoying a Friday night in Texas?
So I personally don't, but
Okay.
a lot of our workers at the facility
Okay.
do. And
All
so
right.
giving back to Bowie, giving back to the community,
Yes.
it helps them know that they're helping shape the future of where they grew up,
Okay.
their old stomping grounds.
So the old site. So is there one facility then?
We have 7 around Austin,
Okay,
and
there
then
we go.
2 in Houston.
7. Oh, okay. That makes me feel good. Okay, so can you name all 7 locations?
I can. We have Buda,
Okay.
Dripping Strings,
Yep.
Bastrop,
Yep.
San Marcos,
Yep.
South Austin,
Okay.
Central Austin, which is off of Burnett,
Okay.
and then we have Round Rock, and then we have 2, one in Spring, and the other one it's around the Houston area.
Okay. Oh, so you cover the bases.
We're widespread, yes, sir.
Or let's see, your hockey. So you've got the goaltended. You've got some wings. Got some defensemen.
I know. I mean, I have great memories of football growing up in high school.
Okay.
My biggest one is when I lived in Montana. You'd see
Big sky country.
Exactly. You'd see
Okay.
snow on the outside and
All
just
right.
sipping my hot chocolate, bundling up with blankets, watching the football games.
So were you a Grizz fan, or were you? You weren't a football fan. Which one did you like, Montana or Montana State? If you had to lean one way or the other.
Montana.
Okay, cool. I know some folks that went to school there. They actually live here in Austin too.
It's such a small world. It's crazy.
So, where can people find out about you? Can they go to a website, get some information? They hear us talking, having a good time. That's great, and we certainly appreciate Ally Medical being a part of the sponsorship world for the Bowie Bulldogs in 2025. But what about your website number? You can call. You're the marketer, so you tell me.
Yeah, we have our website, which has more information about
Yes.
our financial assistance program as well.
And it is?
The Care Relief Program.
And the website? So
It's allymedical.com.
ALLY
Yes, sir.
medical.com.
Yes. And you can also find us on Instagram,
Okay.
Facebook, and TikTok.
All right.
All the social media platforms.
There you go. And what is it, just Ally Medical?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll
Very
be
good.
it'll be red.
It'll be red. Okay. Very good. Now, I just want to make sure you get your marketing, like, Michaela, she had the marketing down. That's what we pay her for.
No, it's been great getting
Yeah,
to know so
that's
many
awesome.
of the teams at Bowie. The football, the girls soccer, the boys golf.
Right.
It's such a big high school. It's amazing
Yeah.
what y'all do here.
So, did you play any sports?
I did not. I am very uncoordinated.
You just market.
Yeah.
I market. What do you have for me to market? No, well, listen, we can't thank you enough. It is a privilege to be able to do this. I pay it forward. I certainly enjoyed my high school football days many decades ago. But it's great to be around the atmosphere. Coach Abels and everybody. We've got Shannon Venables as our fearless president now. We've had great presidents in the past. I've had the opportunity to be in this area for a while, and I'm very thankful that I have the opportunity to do that. So it's Ally, ALLY medical.com.
Yes, sir.
7 locations around Austin, 2 in Houston, Spring, and then Central Houston. What else? I'm trying to. There's a pop quiz. Am I getting? Did I miss?
You did
forget?
fantastic.
I did
That's
all right.
wonderful.
Well, y'all have done great too, and we can't thank our sponsors enough. And to be able to come halftime talk with us, I know things are going on. You're like, I don't know if I want to talk to them. Well, we want you to talk to us because, again, we are very appreciative of the support. We can't do it without it, and you're part of it, and so is Ally Medical, and keep supporting us. We're going to get to the playoffs, Michaela, so we're going to extend your football season, high school version in Texas, and you want to shout out to anybody in Montana that may be listening? Or just,
No, that's okay.
you all
Thank
right?
you.
You good? All right, very good. So how long have you been with the Ally Medical Group?
It's been, somewhere just shy of 6 months.
Oh, so welcome.
Fresh meat.
All right. Well, listen, come back anytime.
Yeah.
We certainly appreciate you and Ally Medical. There's 7 locations around town in the Austin area. Love that. So Hayes County, Travis County, and thank you for being a Bowie Bulldog supporter and coming up to the press box at halftime and having a little fun with us. We certainly appreciate that.
I appreciate you having me. It's been awesome.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to step aside. The Chaparral Band is coming off the field, and the Bowie Bulldogs and their version of halftime coming up next. We'll have that for you. We are Bowie Bulldogs on the Vype Live Network. Stay tuned for the Bowie Bulldog Band right after this.
Rudy's Barbecue is a proud sponsor of Bowie High School football. Be sure to stop by your local Rudy's or Rudy's.com to place an order for their real Texas barbecue. Enjoy 100% oak smoked meats, delicious sides, and Rudy's signature sauce. And don't forget, Rudy's serves made-to-order and grab-and-go breakfast tacos every day until 10 a.m.
special thanks to our platinum sponsors of the week: Dance Explosion, Bright Lights Dancewear, Bedrock Tiny Homes, Club Pilates, and Barnes, Lipscomb, and Stewart Wills, and Probate. Hey fans, before you head home tonight, keep the spirit alive and support your Silver Stars. Head over to Raising Cane's on Brody Lanes for dinner. Be sure to say Silver Stars at the window so a portion of the proceeds comes back to our team. Let's keep the energy going. See you at Cane's, and thank you for supporting the Silver Stars. And welcoming to the field the award-winning and nationally acclaimed James Bowie Outdoor Performing Ensemble. Tonight, the RPE will be performing part of their 2025 production titled The War of Art. The Bowie Outdoor Performing Ensemble is under the co-direction of drum majors Luke Saul, Claire Bruin, Alex Flores, and Jasmine Snowden. Soloists are Marcus Romero on oboe and Nick Wyatt on bass clarinet. Show coordination and drill design by Luke Gall. Music and Dr. Drew Dickey. Section number 18, the Superphone. Thank you for your hard work and dedication to this program. The Bowie OPE loves our sponsors, and tonight they would like to thank the Tower and Maestro level sponsors for their amazing support. The premier Tower level sponsor, Julie G. Holmes, and the outstanding Maestro level sponsor, Amanda Escobar, Allstate Insurance. The Bowie OPE would like to wish the Westlake band the best of luck on their upcoming season. And due to very early performance in Waco tomorrow, the Bowie band will need to leave the game now to get some rest. Good luck at your competition. Ladies and gentlemen, the James Bowie Outdoor Performing Ensemble.
Making a decision about what to eat can be hard, especially when you're on the go. Did you know Chick-fil-A helps you save time with easy-to-order options on the Chick-fil-A app? Plus, with every qualifying purchase, you'll receive points towards tasty rewards. Order your favorites through the Chick-fil-A app and pick them up at the Chick-fil-A South Mopac to cheer on the Bulldogs to victory. Let's go, Dogs!
And welcome back to Burger Stadium here on a beautiful Friday night of football. A great halftime show performance. They brought out the neon lights.
I've never seen that one. That's a new one. That's for you.
That was
we got this guy from Westchester County up in New York, went to Wisconsin.
I know.
It's like he's not seen this Texas type stuff.
Well, at Wisconsin, we are known for our marching band.
Do you got lights?
We don't have a. Yeah, true.
I got
But
you.
who doesn't have lights? Westlake. They didn't have.
But they do have a score.
They do. And they've got 4 of them.
Yes.
So we enter the second half of play. Westlake does lead your Bowie Bulldogs by a score of 28-7. Mixed bag in the first half.
Yes.
A few bad penalties,
right.
Really helped shift the tide. But towards the end of that second half, you maybe start to saw the lights come back on for this Bowie team. And walk me through what we're looking at right now as we head into half number 2.
So, again, I really think when teams play Westlake and Lake Travis and now Dripping Springs, you have to get the ranking out of your mind. You have to play solid football. You see, you got a pick 6. This team has led Lake Travis for half or tied them. They led, Dripping Springs all on the road. And so this is a tried and tested team, even when we weren't sure as a group of how this was going to play out. So you have something. Now I think it's like it's like gathering in the sunlight and getting it, in focus in a magnifying glass to then start heating up and really lighten up a football season. But everyone knew when they saw the schedule that there was going to be a gauntlet and a back-to-back Dripping Springs Westlake. Somebody's not kind. Nonetheless, you're seeing a lot of fight. And I think what you're going to do to this 2025 edition of Bowie is really give them confidence and momentum moving forward.
I certainly agree. The gauntlet is a light way of putting it here as we get underway in the second half. This game certainly far from over. A big swing here as that kickoff goes after the crossbar of the upright. And Bowie will start from the 25. Again, they will start on offense. Anything can happen. A 3-score game here. Bowie very capable.
Attack mode.
And you're exactly right.
Find some matchups. Attack. Get Reese Moreno out in space. Swing him the ball. Screen. Send him downfield. Do something different that maybe Westlake hasn't seen in the first half.
Yeah, we saw that towards the end of the second half, putting Moreno in different parts of the field.
Yes.
You also have your guy Trevor Watts back in action tonight. Use him. Use Drangy. Continue finding space.
Yes.
So we'll see how they come out. 12 minutes on the clock. Bowie will start off with a run up the middle. There's Moreno fighting for more yards. He's still going and finally brought down after a gain of 8. I mean, that guy, when he gets his feet rolling, it is hard to break down.
You can do that on first down. See what you can get. Get good push up front. Man, offensive line has been solid all season. Second down, let's open it up, huh?
Well, you had talked about this when Westlake had the football. They had a second and short yardage situation. And you're like, well, they could run it up the middle. They could pick up 1 or 2 yards, get the first down, or they could take a shot. And that's exactly what they did. Bowie's going to hand this thing up the middle. Moreno's going to get enough for the first down with forward progress. So they go for that more conservative option there.
So what happens is you're going to have a defense that crowds the line of scrimmage, right? They're going to say, okay, we'll give you 1.5 yards. But you have to have the mentality that, listen, if I roll the dice on second and try to get 15, I can come back and get the 2 yards. I got Reese Moreno.
100%. 100%. I'm with you. I'm with you either way.
Because you're playing against a top 10 team. If you're playing against somebody else,
you got to be aggressive. You absolutely have to. They're going to blow this play dead.
Procedure?
Looks to be procedural.
Yes.
And it will be. So this one's going to come back 5 yards. Drengy was in motion from the bottom to the top of your screen there. So it'll be 1st and 15.
Well, you had a chance to meet Coach Abels, and Coach Abels is fantastic. He's been one to allow D. Hansen and myself to be a part of this program. Now tonight, Adam, we welcome you. Listen, the guy's got 150-plus wins, so don't feel too bad, right? But, he's playing top talent.
It's going to be a designed run here and a good gain there.
Yes.
It is Haywood back in the game. Something important to note as he picks back up that lost yardage. He had come out for a few plays at the back end of that first half. Obviously had dealt with a few injuries related to the ankle coming up this season. Saw Brady Lamb fill in well on that last drive. But, again, it is Haywood, the senior starter, back in the game for the Bulldogs. And it'll be 2nd and 8 here. 2 receivers to the right. That's Nelson coming in motion to the far side of your screen. Haywood in the shotgun. He's going to fake the give, and it's incomplete. Was looking for Willingham, the sophomore.
The other guys, you had Luke Nelson and Cruz Pittman. Sometimes, and you know this, and everybody hears it, you look off a defender. If you want to go, there's nothing wrong with going there. You give him a little look. It's just a little head move to the outside. That hesitation makes a defender who's watching, because they always say, have your eyes in the backfield. Okay, but I tell you what, I'm going to show you something that's not true. It's the master of the disguise. And then there, you get the opportunity to spring a receiver open because the defense is looking in that backfield at what that quarterback is doing with his head.
Well, it'll be Lamb switching up the look here. Pressure coming. He's going to throw. He's got a receiver open. And it is a catch. That was Trevor Watts. We just brought him up with a big gain there. And it's a first down for the Bulldogs in plus yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to go down swinging. Go down swinging.
I love it.
You're going to have plays made by this offense. They've been making them all year. So this is not like, we've got no opportunity. And this is great to see this offense on the move now.
So we've seen this motion all night. Again, Haywood back in the game now on first down from the 44. He's going to keep this one himself on the zone read. He's going to break a tackle, and he's got some room. So the legs from Haywood breaking it down to the 39-yard line. It'll be 2nd and about 5 after the nice run there from the quarterback Haywood, the senior.
Change of pace. You know what I'm saying? It's like a pitcher on the pitching mound, right? Some guys can throw it at gas, 99, 98, 99, 101. But most guys paint the corner, off speed, curveball.
And they went with the curveball
yes,
there.
Yes, they did. It's good.
This one is going to be blown.
See, this is what I don't get. We saw this happen the opposite way with nothing. It was the same thing. Adam, am I seeing stuff?
No.
Okay, all right.
We're watching the same game.
Okay, that's what baffles me a little bit every now and then. Again, I don't know everything in life, but there's some things that you keep seeing and scratching your head.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, man, I hear it. My head's scratching too.
Okay.
So it'll be a dead ball penalty there coming back against the Bulldogs. It'll back them up back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 here. Nelson in motion to the far side. Haywood will keep. He's going to throw down the seam. He's got a receiver. And the catch made there by Trevor Watts yet again. They're going to need him if they want to come back in this game. And
But
a really nice ball.
yeah, nice, crisp timing shots. Bam, bam, bam. Because you don't want to hold it too long. Because then you get that swarming defense, long arms. You know, they're all in the face of the signal callers. But if you can go ahead and now, you know what? Did they switch here? Yeah. They go to Wild Dog. It's going to be Reese Moreno.
I love it. Wild dog formation. Reese is going to keep it himself. He has a few blockers. And that pile's going to get a nice extra little push there down to the 26-yard line. So, you know, a nice gain there.
See that? But that's a change of pace, right?
Change of pace. The Wild dog. I love it.
Wild dog. Get Trevor Watts on a look in. You know, you're moving. You're giving Westlake things to think about on a drive. It's just not conventional where you just line up and march. That doesn't work against really good teams. And hear me, Bowie has a lot of playmakers. So use all of them.
I agree. It'll be 2nd and 5 here. Moreno on the give. This time he's going to be wrapped up around the 25, so not much doing. A good defensive effort there from Westlake. There was a couple defenders in on the tackle there for the Shaps. Looked like Logan Lardy was in there.
And again, tough to run between the tackles against good teams. Now, off tackle, it's still it's crazy how one hole to the left or right difference can give you a better look.
So on 3rd and 4, a full head of steam up the middle. It's going to be real close.
Oh, he's got it.
And he's got it. Yep, they're going to move those chains. The first down pickup after a gain of 4 1/8 from Moreno.
That's all you need.
All you
I'll
need,
take
right?
4. But hear me. Now you're moving this defense around. You're making them think, okay, if you want to give the ball to Reese Moreno, get some action up top, swing him out of the backfield. You know, make Westlake defend something new.
Out of the pistol here, Tennessee Collins in the game as the lead blocker for Moreno, who cuts it back and is down at the 15-yard line. So a nice pickup there.
Get to the outside, right? There's, you know how they say it in NASCAR, you want to be running in clean air. And that means that you're the lead dog and that air's going through your motor first. You can draft, and that's staying behind your blockers. But sometimes you just want that guy out there running full throttle, and Reese Moreno's that type of guy.
And to get to the outside, it requires setting that edge, which was done nicely there. Left tackle Tyler.
Oh,
Glowatz. Yes, there we go. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
And on 2nd down, just a short pickup there. So it'll be 3rd and short here. Now inside, just on the red zone line there. Or sorry, inside the red zone, close to the 15-yard line. 5:25 to go here in the 3rd.
Long, nice, sustained drive.
I was about to say, we haven't told the time in a while. I mean, holy cow.
Yeah. 5. Let's wait till it's 5-1-2.
I love it.
In the 3rd.
It's going to be a direct snap. And Moreno.
He's short.
Brought down. He is being marked short by about 2 or 3 yards there. So interesting play call. We're going to see if they go for this here on 4th down.
Why not?
I feel like you got it, right? Down 3 scores.
Right. Wait till Moreno can throw the ball off the Wild Dog.
Yeah, we may see it. I mean, they brought out the neon lights. It's Friday night. Come on.
Right. That's right.
All right, out of the pistol, Tennessee Collins next to Haywood, Moreno in the backfield. Here's the snap. It's going to be a give, and Moreno is met. He's going to be well short, and it's a turnover on downs. It was Colin McClune, the junior defensive end, who met him immediately. And just like that, what's been a great drive ends short of the goal line, and no score for the Bulldogs. It stays 28-7.
I would say Reese Moreno could be the right guy. But in a traditional sense, it's going to be tough beating a top 10 team just going off tackle on 4th down.
I was a little surprised by the play call there as well. It's going to be just a short screen here as Westlake offense resumes their possession.
Complete to number 88, Braden Riddell. Draw down to number 26, Taylor.
That was Braden Riddell on the pickup for Westlake. Moves them to about the 21-yard line.
So everything in that last series was phenomenal, keeping the ball away from Westlake. The only thing is you have to get some points at the end of that drive.
Have to.
Yeah.
And going for it was the right call.
Absolutely.
And we'll wait till after this play as Wise drops back to throw. He's looking deep. He doesn't have anyone, but he's going to run, and he's got a lot of space. There is a flag that came down as Wise escapes to the 40-yard line. We'll see what this is on. Could be coming back,
Oh,
though. And it certainly is. What I was going to say is I'm wondering what play you would have run there. You know, you've got 4th and short. You're at the 15-yard line.
Well, I tell you, I liked the first down play, the little wrinkle that Westlake did, snuck a guy out. You have Drangy, who's 6'3". Remember, they already had difficulty with him in the secondary.
They certainly did.
I love crossing patterns. Just at about 6 to 8 yards, and you can get a rub off of one of those defenders. And you got Trevor Watts, as you saw, and Drangy, and then you have, a guy like Reese Moreno as a safety valve in the flat.
Well, it's true. You never know what happens when you can create traffic, whether it's a completion or a penalty. It'll be Wise. Pressure in his face. Just gets it away. Incomplete. Was looking deep down the right sideline. But good coverage.
Tracking the quarterback. He came through and stepped in.
That was the last thing Wise saw before he met the turf.
Yeah. Now listen, again, an outstanding job by the defense. And, to really bottle up a team that scores a lot of points and that wants to get to that 50 mark, I'm sure, tonight.
Well, it'll be 3rd and 12 and a big one here for Bowie. They need to stop bad. Wise to throw. He's looking downfield. Overthrows his receiver. That was good coverage there. Villarreal
brought the pressure up the front. And that makes a quarterback think. Yeah, you don't have to, again, get to the quarterback, but you saw the ball was thrown too long because that pressure gets you just enough adrenaline to want to let that ball go a little bit farther than it needs to, and it falls harmlessly to the turf, Adam.
Well, similarly to the first Westlake drive of the first half, this one results in a punt. They punt it away. There's Drangy. Drangy gets piled up at the Westlake 44.
Oh, no.
And he is slow to get up there. That is a huge piece of this team. And he looks to be in some serious pain, so we're hoping he's all right. Evan Drangy. .304 here in the third quarter. We will step aside for an injury timeout. Bowie trails 28-7.
Nance Orthodontics is the premier office for your entire family's orthodontics needs. At Nance Orthodontics, we pride ourselves on delivering the highest quality dentistry in a fun and modern environment. We provide digital scan and x-rays for smile assessment, and because the AAO recommends seeing an orthodontist as early as age 7, we offer complimentary consultation for children and adults. Dr. Nance is an American Board of Orthodontics certified orthodontist, a Platinum Plus Invisalign provider, and we offer metal and clear braces as well. Located in the heart of Austin on South Lamar, Nance Orthodontics serves the surrounding neighborhoods of South Austin. Please visit nanceorthodontics.com for more details.
So we return back to action here at Burger Stadium. Drangy running off to the sideline under his own power.
Great to see.
There was
Can I just tell you?
Collective sigh of relief up here in the press box.
Great to see. Thank you.
Yes, he is okay. on the sidelines speaking with that training staff, but ultimately nothing too serious there for Drangy. Bowie avoids disaster. They will start this drive from their own 40. It'll be a give up the middle to Marino, and he is just dropped there again in the backfield by a couple Westlake Shaps.
It's just going to be tough sledding, okay?
Yeah.
And it's no disrespect if you don't have running plays that don't pop between the tackles. It may be your thought that you want to do that, but Reese Moreno is dangerous on the edges. These guys got to get out in space.
So it'll be 2nd and 11 here. Play fake. Going down the seam. He's got a receiver. It's Willingham. Willingham with a huge pickup down to the 15-yard line. The sophomore. Coach Abel said he likes his potential, and already he is playing a big role in this offense. A pickup of 45 yards for Hunter Willingham, the sophomore.
Hey, you got playmakers.
You got playmakers.
And that was, you see, fake it to Moreno, holds the linebackers, allows the tight end to get past that second level of defense, and boom, dump it to him. Let him run. He's young.
Well, there's your explosive play.
Yeah.
We were calling for it, and they got it down
Good
the
look.
seam. A great look there. Haywood given the marching orders. Moreno in the backfield. Man in motion is Nelson. There's the snap. It's going to be a little end around. Oh, a little trickeration to the end zone. Looking for Drangy. Incomplete.
That's okay. That makes somebody think.
It certainly made me think.
Like, oh, whoa, okay, they'll try the halfback or end around pass. Absolutely. Now you don't know what they're going to throw at you, right? Okay, well then maybe we fake the Reese again and we hit Drangy. Maybe we go back to Willingham. We don't need 45 yards now. We only need 15.
You're exactly right.
Put them on their heels.
Put them on their heels. 2nd and 10. Willingham in motion. Another play fake. It's going to be a run for Haywood. Nothing doing. He's going to be dragged down for a loss of 2.
Yeah, I like the play fake to Moreno. Run over here and throw it. You could throw it back to Moreno, and he walks in, right? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? The action, it's the football judo that gets the defense off of their normal and natural assignment. Because Haywood runs so well, he takes off near side, nobody's home backside.
And what surprised me is that the passing attack has been really effective for Bowie all night tonight. And I'd like to see them utilize it a little bit more.
There's
going to be a design play to the left. Haywood looking for a target. He's got one. It's Drangy. Drangy carrying a pile of defenders close to that first down marker. He's going to be real close. He's about 1 yard short.
Yeah, you have playmakers on your offense if you're Bowie. Don't forget that. Now, 4th and 1 or 2, I personally say the middle is closed off.
And
okay?
You would think after their last 4th down play, it would be that way.
Roll out and have your quarterback but you got to use Moreno somehow. He's got to either be the fake or you got to swing him, but he's the straw that stirs the drink here on this play.
We've got 4 receivers. Willingham's in motion out of the shotgun. They are going to throw, and it's incomplete. Was looking for Nelson over there, but can't connect. So again,
I think Trevor Watson may have been open too. It's all right. It ball got tipped. But this is 2 inside the red zone. You see, the difference being you've got to figure out how to convert. This is a very good team, not just in Austin, but around the state. When you've solved that, then it becomes 21-28. Now you're looking, and the mindset is completely different. But Wesley can have the ball moved on him. Yes, by Bowie.
So 10 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Westlake will take over possession after the 4th down stop. They're going to run this one, and this should run down the clock to the end of the 3rd quarter. So after 2 really solid chances in the red zone, the score remains 28-7. Bowie coming out with a little bit more force here. 2 really good drives. A huge play there by Hunter Willingham, but no dice on the scoreboard just yet for the Bowie Bulldogs. We will move to the fourth quarter. Fours are up. Westlake has the ball. We'll be back in 30 seconds after a quick break here at Burger Stadium.
Nance Orthodontics is the premier office for your entire family's orthodontics needs. At Nance Orthodontics, we pride ourselves on delivering the highest quality dentistry in a fun and modern environment. We provide digital scan and x-rays for smile assessment, and because the AAO recommends seeing an orthodontist as early as age 7, we offer complimentary consultation for children and adults. Dr. Nance is an American Board of Orthodontics certified orthodontist, a Platinum Plus Invisalign provider, and we offer metal and clear braces as well. Located in the heart of Austin on South Lamar, Nance Orthodontics serves the surrounding neighborhoods of South Austin. Please visit nanceorthodontics.com for more details.
And we return to Burger Stadium. 12 minutes on the clock, 1 quarter to play here in Central Texas. A 6A matchup, the 35th meeting between the Bowie Bulldogs and the Westlake Chaparrals. Westlake will have second down from the 13-yard line. It's going to be a run. Oh, boy, a big, powerful hit there and an extra push. They'll get the first down. That was their star running back, Hinault, on the carry. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line to start the fourth quarter. As we continue the fourth quarter, I should say, they're going to go right back to him on the carry. A rugby-style scrum forward to the 26-yard line.
That's a late hit. That was a late hit. That was a late hit. And River, yeah, did he lose the ball too?
That's what they're screaming on the sideline. We're going to see what the ruling is. The referees are going to come together and discuss.
Well, what's the issue? And then there was a late hit on River Favor.
So the referees are discussing. The defense is celebrating. They think they recovered the fumble here.
This is an interesting discussion. What are we talking? He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
And it is Bowie football. So a fumble recovery for the Bulldogs. After much deliberation, they sent it the Bulldogs' way. I'll be honest, I didn't see it. I didn't see it from up here, man. No. But the defense reacted almost immediately, claiming the football.
They did.
The coaching staff on the sideline saw it as well, and I think the referees sort of just made a judgment call there on it. So, two really good defensive possessions out of the half.
Yeah.
And just like that, Bowie
have to convert.
Not quite in the red zone yet, but they are in striking range.
Take a shot. Make Westlake defend you in their own end zone. Take a shot.
This drive will start from the Westlake 23-yard line. Haywood back there in the pistol. Tennessee Collins to his left. He's going to give it right up the gut to Moreno. Moreno with a good push there. Down to the 19-yard line. So a pickup of 4. We like our pickups of 4 on first down.
Right.
So it'll be 2nd and 6. Now inside the red zone.
Use Moreno. Use him. Use him as a decoy. Use him to swing him out in the far flats where he's one-on-one with the defender. But use him.
He's in motion here to the left. Low snap. They're going to screen it out to him. Moreno has the edge. And springs forward.
Like that?
I like that. Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
It's going to be real close.
So you can pick that up with 2 downs.
You have 2 downs to get this. Now,
that's right.
Let's play this a little bit more aggressively here.
Okay, now you're going wild dog. You're going to snap. But my advice would be not to go right up the middle. Go off the edge. go off the edge. You can even go weak side, which would be to the right where there is no blocking, and let Moreno go do what he does.
They are going to go to that weak side. Collins with a nice initial block,
First
and
down?
they are going to pick up the first down at the 13-yard line. They need you down there on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying?
Look, man, I just love football.
Uh,
I love football. I've read the NFL Encyclopedia Volumes 1 and 2. Listen to me, 15 times.
How about it? How
nerd.
about
I'm a nerd.
You know what, man? You've been the ultimate guiding force for me up here, and we're gonna need you back at Anderson, man. Alrighty. Well, it'll be first down. Give to Moreno, looking up the middle, not much doing.
No.
Brought down by Austin Nape, the defensive end for Westlake, 6'2", 230, the senior.
What if you sneak Willingham off of a play fake to Reese Moreno?
I would love it. There's so much attention surrounding Evan Dragney, and
Yeah, Drangy can come drag from that far side. He split out.
they're going to go his direction. Looking up over the shoulder.
Oh, he dropped it.
Just incomplete. Boy, and you know he wants it back. He's over there
He's
slamming
not
the
happy.
ground.
He's not happy. That was a really good pass there.
Really good
Christian
pass.
Haywood. Only where Evan Drangy could catch that. He was looking back up into the night sky and to the west end zone. But I like that because you know why?
Why?
It puts one-on-one coverage, and it puts pressure on a corner. Drangy goes maybe 2 more fingers on that. That's 6 points, right? Now you got to think. They're coming at me, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be 3rd and 10 here. Looking to throw, going that way again. And it's out of bounds. It was caught by the defender, but pulled out of bounds. So it'll be 4th down here, 4th and long. What do you do here?
I told you I liked Hunter Willingham. I would have snuck him on 2nd down, just right down that hash again, and said, hey, if you want to cover Trevor Watts, you want to cover Evan Drangy, I'm going to go ahead and beat you with my sophomore. Because it's something different, Adam. A well-coached team is going to try to take away your primary playmakers. Now you may have to go to them because it is 4th down and 11.
All right, well, they'll operate out of the pistol here. Going to fake to Moreno, rolling to his right, was looking for Nelson.
And backside, you had Drangy ran a post corner, and that ball sails on Haywood. But again, this is the 3rd time inside the red zone. So hear me out. This is a very good football team in the Bowie Bulldogs. As I said, there's only one question you have to solve. That's just converting inside the red zone against the top team in the state of Texas. But you're getting there, and that's something that you don't see often against a Westlake or Lake Travis or Dripping Springs.
And you know what? You're going to have some pretty good film to review this week as well, because it couldn't be more clear what initiative they need to focus on this week. That's Mason East on the tackle there. And Venable in as well, Kid Venable.
Well, in the 3rd and 4th quarters here, you've had 3 red zone opportunities as the offense for the Bowie Bulldogs. So they're moving the ball against a high-quality team.
So it'll be 2nd down here for Westlake.
Yeah.
Wise drops back. He's got a receiver. And taken to the ground, loses his helmet. That was Taylor Gibbs on the tackle. Braden Riddell with the reception there for Westlake.
Well, this could be offsetting because you see one back at the 5-yard line as well. So this could be holding, and then the helmet comes off, so they're going to try to probably tack on face mask. But this should be offsetting. We play 2nd and 12 all over again. Now, that's from a guy who's talking to you 300 feet away.
Right. Well, listen, we have a good perspective from
I don't know.
You know, it'd be great.
I don't know.
If they had a window that magnified the entire field. There's the face mask. So 2 2 penalties there against the Bulldogs. And instead of offsetting, it's going to move Westlake up to the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
So that one, unfortunately, does not go Bowie's way. 8:24 and counting here in the fourth. A timeout called by Coach Abels. So the penalties, they've been a story at this stage in the game. There's other issues we've identified that Bowie has to address. Of course, a couple really great drives, solid defensive play. But the laundry it's been out tonight.
Laundry's been out, and you haven't converted in the red zone 3 times.
Exactly right.
Let's just, for kicks and grins, literally, if you add 9, you're at 16-28. You just got 3 field goals. I'm just saying, this game is closer than even 28-7.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. I think in those situations that we witnessed, right, it's right to go for it in those situations.
Yeah, no doubt.
It'll just be interesting, the execution, when you look back on this one, what could have, resulted from those drives. Either way, 8:21 here in the fourth. Westlake will stack 3 receivers to the right side. And it'll be the running back Lopez. And a late flag there as a helmet came off. Logan Farenthold with the tackle down at the 46-yard line. We'll see what the penalty is. I think there was some action there from the O-line of Westlake after the play was over.
Here we go again. Watch. I'm telling you. It's crazy.
Personal foul. And you're absolutely right. I couldn't have been.
I've seen this movie before. And it's crazy because you're thinking, how many personal fouls have been called on Westlake?
Yeah.
I'm just asking. Again, facts. Is it that bad? One side? Okay. I just ask a question.
It certainly seems that way. Pressure coming, picked up well, and it's a run for about 3 yards there. Lopez again on the carry for Westlake. So we 2nd and 8 here. Yeah, it really does feel like they've had a good grasp defensively and just keep getting killed by a few of these penalties, and that helps build momentum for the Westlake offense, right? And
it's complimentary.
It's complimentary, and all of a sudden you're in plus yardage.
Yeah, it's complimentary.
2 receivers on each side of Wise. Now a man in motion. It's going to be a screen. Another flag called. Lopez escapes 1 tackle.
Too many. It's a legal shift. You didn't have the receivers set for a count before the ball was snapped. This one is very easy. Legal shift.
As easy as that call was, there was some anticipation up here.
You couldn't trust it, could you?
Yeah.
You're like, hey, man, I'm seeing some stuff.
There might have been a face mask that we missed up here.
Oh, man, you got to come back.
Yeah.
Or I got to come over to Anderson and catch up with you, see what's going on with the Trojans.
You would love it. You would love it. Me and Will Smith up there in the booth for the Trojans.
No doubt.
All righty. Drops back.
Where's he throwing it to? Ball didn't get past the line of scrimmage. No intentional grounding? I guess that was a screen. I'm going to say it's a screen.
It appears that way. Had pressure in his face. That was Vincent Villarreal, Alex Arate as well. Both
good blitz.
Good blitz.
Yes.
Coming out of the secondary there. So it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and about 13. Okay. That's Newhouse in motion at the top of the screen. Wise is going to escape, but not before he's brought down. That was Morrell Hinton, big 99 in there on the stop. And it'll be 4th down. So some resilience there from this defense.
Defense has played well.
They've played
But
well.
when you drop a 15 and then a 15 and then a 10, adds up.
It adds up. 15 plus 15 plus 10 is 40. That's a
That's
lot
half
of
a
yards.
field.
You're absolutely right. It is.
Told you the complimentaries, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the punt unit will come on. Some late subs here from Bowie.
I think they got away
survived.
with it. You and me both. Me. But the end result, listen, it's, again, 94 yards to get to pay dirt. But, again, Bowie's moved themselves into the red zone 3 consistent times.
I think they've proved a lot from doing that. And if they can get into scoring position again here from their own 4-yard line, it would show it even more at this point, right? 6:12 to go in the 4th quarter. You're looking for just a sign of life, some momentum, this continued effort from the second half of football. But at the end of the day, right, the execution, it's going to come back. You're going to look at the film and you're going to be like, damn, we had an opportunity in theory to tie this game, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be Moreno up the middle. Again, a solid gain of 4 yards on 1st down, a story told in many chapters tonight. And
that gets you 2nd and 6, which you can't think I'm backed up, right? You got to think I'm still attacking. Whether I'm at midfield, my own 10, their 20, and just keep going. It's been very well played by Bowie. It's just the converting inside the red zone.
And it is Ham, again, in at quarterback now for the Bulldogs. He's going to keep this one himself and is sort of tangled up there in the backfield.
Well, here's the thing. Reese Moreno and I love a guy who is as good as he is wearing the same jersey number as me, but you can't take the ball from the quarterback. He places it in there. You don't clamp down and lets it go. Brady Lamb wanted to take off with that ball. It seemed like Reese was like, are you sure? Yeah. And so
I have 1,000 yards on the season, right?
Yeah. I'm getting ready to go 101, 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. Yeah. I love it.
Moreno in motion to the right. Ham looking that way, and he is sacked. Dangerously close to the goal line.
Yeah.
But marked at the 1.
And Tennessee Collins, he showed his unhappiness. He did miss that block, and he recognized that. And again, these are going to be learning plays tomorrow in film. But such a valiant attempt so far, even with 4:30 and counting left, by Bowie. And it's just that converting.
I have to agree, and I think you watch a lot of these teams, and we're going to see Bowie punt from dangerously close to the back of the end zone. Oh, man, this thing's blocked. This is going to be a safety.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that, he was working with as little room as physically possible in the game of football for a punt.
Yeah.
I just want to go back, though, to what I was going to say, right? You take a lot of teams in the state of Texas, a lot of good teams that go down 28-7 at halftime, and they just lay on their backs, and it implodes, totally implodes. You see crooked score lines, right? 60, 70 points scored. Bowie, on both sides of the ball tonight, really kept this thing manageable.
Yeah.
We could talk at length about the execution in the red zone, but
sure.
Just the drives that were created to get to that point were tremendous.
Yeah.
You saw playmakers, offense and defense, big stops even after the penalties, right?
Correct.
That, good football teams do that. Well-coached football teams do that.
That's right.
No matter what the result, I mean, it seems with 4:10 left in the 4th quarter, we know where this
really,
thing's going. But
in the second half, Westlake hasn't done anything.
Exactly.
They've been aided by penalties, but they haven't done anything. They just got the punt block. Well, I mean, again, the return guys, that hidden yardage when the ball rolls towards your end zone is tough. However, the defense has fought back, and offense that really kind of got gifted 14 of that 28 on penalties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The complementary football, as you say, the complementary yardage.
Yes,
we'll say
that's right.
It's not as good as a complimentary breakfast, though. That's what I'll say. All right. Well, after the safety, Bowie will kick.
Good kick.
And a really good kick, a hard line drive all the way back to the Westlake 23. It's going to be taken out there for a solid gain back by Rhett Jenkins. He'll be marked down at the 46-yard line, 3:59 to go in this one. And so we will get another good look at this defense, another chance to prove our point, basically. Make another really good stop, keep this thing, from getting too far out of hand. 30-7 is, still the score. And
well, again, 3 red zones. It could be what, 28, 30? See, that's, again, as my dad used to say, if ifs and ands were pots and pans, there'd be no need for skillets.
Do you mind if I write that down?
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
You got it. That's free. That's free.
If ifs and ands were pots and pans.
Be no need for skillets.
And I like using skillets. I'm a big cook. It's going to be a run up the middle. Looks like Lopez. It is Lopez on the first down carry.
Good stop.
Gain of 4 there for Lopez.
All right. Got to get off the field. All right.
Second down here. Want to give your offense another shot at this. I mean, a nice redemption score would make everyone kind of go home at least a little bit happier. It'll be 2nd and 6 here. Low snap. Hand off to Lopez. Lopez breaks to the outside. A couple stiff arms.
Good stop.
Before being brought down right at the 50-yard line. That was Tremel Banks, the 5'11 junior. One of the stars on this defensive unit that really has stepped up to the task. So it'll be 3rd down here from the 50. Wise looking left, and really nice coverage there. Some really nice coverage there. That was Fabian Lemuel. Oh boy!
Again, see, that was a very clean play.
Yeah, credit to Fabian. I mean, he read the route perfectly.
Yeah. No, there was no holding on that play. There was no holding on that play. Okay? Let me just tell you, there was no holding on that play. That was an excellent corner coverage by the Bowie Bulldogs. I don't care if I'm on the Bowie broadcast, this broadcast, or that broadcast. Doesn't matter. That was great coverage in the secondary. Should be 4th down.
Well, instead, it's 1st down and a run there. 2:46 and counting as Westlake moves into plus yardage here. A tough break again from the guys in stripes for this Bowie defense that, hands on hips out there. They've been on the field a lot tonight. But again, a resilient effort from this group, no doubt about it.
100%.
So Wise in the shotgun. Gives to Lopez. Lopez tripped up there, and another flag flies in there. That was Zarate who tripped him up. We'll see where this is going.
Should be a hold.
And it is a hold. It is against Westlake. It'll move him back 10.
Listen, the front 3 for Bowie has been outstanding. They have been putting a lot of pressure. They have been disruptive against Westlake. But you've seen first downs being handed out by Hankies. And the unfortunate inability to, and the ball game is down at the 2-minute timeout here in the 4th quarter. But, Adam, the unfortunate inability to convert in the red zone for Bowie has probably made all the difference in the world. But a heck of a fight. And I don't believe in moral victories. But I got to break this game down. And if you talk about turning around, playing Dripping Springs, or turning around and playing Westlake after Dripping Springs, unbelievable what has been accomplished here. And still, I think Bowie, on the offensive side, is very powerful. But they're going to have to figure some things out against top 11 teams in the state. Now, that negates what? 250 other teams?
Right.
So, again, you got to look at it. There's not necessarily – it's not moral victory, but it's a building to the opportunity to play in the state playoffs.
And you mentioned that. It's a great point. After tonight, Bowie goes and takes on the Aiken Eagles at their place on the 23rd and then finishes the season here against Austin High.
So it'll be here. Aikens will be the home team, and Bowie will be actually the visitors, but it will be at Tony Berger.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
I got you.
So a little hybrid home game, kind of technically away. And then,
South Austin kind of deal, and it'll be a Thursday game.
how about that? I
Yes,
love
sir.
that. I love that.
Uh-huh.
Shake things up a little bit.
Yeah.
But 2 must-win games for Bowie to get back into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
They missed last year. Obviously a team that gets in fairly routinely within this class. So they are looking to find their way back in. 2 minutes to go in the contest. Wise looking deep downfield. Has a receiver. Oh, and he drops it. He was looking for Lawson Grimes, the senior.
Another flag. Watch
Another
this.
flag in the backfield. A second flag came out. The hat came off.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Watch this. Watch this.
So they called an unsportsmanlike conduct on Cade Venable. And there's an ejection. Wow, Cade Venable has been thrown out of the game. The crowd can't believe it. We can't believe it.
Well, it's under 2 minutes. Look, if they get a score, this game is pretty much academic.
So Angelo Perez, the sophomore, will come in.
But this is where you get the evil empire type feel.
Right.
Okay? I'm not calling Westlake the evil empire, okay? Too many people hang around, have their kids there.
Yeah.
In fact, shout out to the water polo team, and it's like my niece. She, the keeper for the Westlake water polo team.
You got to be tread water. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is a
but
tough sport.
the thing is this. You look and you're like, remember Bum Phillips when he was at the Oilers? Like, that's 3 holding penalties on one team. That ain't funny. Well, this is like the same type of thing,
Yeah.
And you see it, though, unfortunately, with the W's on the helmets.
So it'll be a massive supplement to the yardage there.
What happened? Is there a fumble?
It looks like the ball came out.
18, Jake Wortham on the carry.
Hinton thinks they had it. He was pointing in the Bowie direction.
Yeah, he got thrown at the end, and then they act like, hey, what'd I do? And again, Bowie has frustrated Westlake all night. All night. They've produced 2 points in the second half.
No points scored on offense.
Right. Right.
I mean, there you go.
And so that's why, to me,
Period.
you see, and listen, I've known Cade's parents before they were together. And Cade is a great kid. So for him to, again, I got kicked out of the game too.
Yeah, we've all been there before. It's a run up the middle.
18, Jake Wortham on the carry.
Okay, see? And look,
Brought down on number 0.
this is going to be against Bowie too. This is crazy because they're going to, but they're getting, I told you, this is how outstanding teams don't like, they want you to bow down. Bowie's not bowing down to Westlake. They're bringing it. The concern is not the score. The concern is the football team. And so let's see if this gets marked off against Westlake. But I've seen this before. I've had to work through it as a player as well.
And it is against Westlake. Taking his helmet off.
So why are we moving? What are we doing? We moved, and then we moved back. And I don't know.
Either way, there's 45 seconds.
You only need one more snap. So maybe the realization is we're gonna. Okay, there you go.
And I think some relief even for the defensive unit there. They end the second half, no points scored for the Westlake offense.
That's right. Shut them out.
Shut them out in the second half. Obviously should have had a few points, but that is going to be our final here from Burger Stadium. The Westlake Chaparrals 30, the Bowie Burgers 7. It ends here after a hard-fought contest. Really, that second half was rejuvenating for the Bulldogs. They came out with a new energy, a new light, but just weren't able to execute in the end and make themselves come back into this game.
Hard to really evaluate the fact that literally less than 60 yards total, right? The 20 in, and it wasn't on the 20. It was less than the 20. Less than 60 yards could have this game tied up.
True.
And the defense shuts out the Westlake Chaparrals in the second half.
Yeah. Shuts them out.
The Westlake Chaparrals in the second half.
They looked like a top 10 defense in the second half. They looked
100%.
like they could be competing against the Westlakes, the Lake Travis, whoever.
That's right.
In that second half, full nose. And,
right.
You know, we could talk all day about the red zone opportunities, but
that's what you have to do.
That's what you got to do.
You have to now say, look, again, no moral victories, but great effort, okay? And you just shut out top 10 team in the state in the second half.
And you're going to look at that film, and you're going to recognize that, but you're also going to recognize there are things that they got to do differently.
100%.
For sure.
Yep.
And they have the two most important games of the season coming up right now.
If they play the same way they've played in these last 2 weeks, they win. Because they're really frustrating. It could have been 28-7, 28-21 last week. They're only giving up one touchdown to top 11 teams in the state. Yeah, I like that.
And I think another takeaway, too, is you look at the play calling throughout this game, and you made these points throughout the broadcast, but you think about ways you can get more creative, keep that defense on their toes.
Yes.
We talked at length about how comfortable Westlake looked, and I think in that second half, they kind of got away from that, right? They brought Moreno in motion more. They used the screens. They had looks downfield. Willingham, that huge reception. When they play like that for a full 4 quarters, you can only imagine the success that they could go out there and have, right?
There you go. You in your first opportunity coming here to Tony Burger Stadium, you have figured, yes, that is correct. The real question, though, Adam, is how far away is that team that we just looked at 200 feet away from converting 3 times in the red zone against a top 10 team? Are they 33% and they get a touchdown and they're 1 for 3? Are they 67%? They get 2 touchdowns out of 3? Or are they 100%? And now it's a tie ball game, 2 touchdowns and a field goal, 2 field goals and a touchdown. But that combination right there of 13 more points, that's 20-28. That makes Westlake very upset.
And that changes everything, because
Yes.
once you start eating into that lead, all of a sudden
Yes.
the momentum changes.
Yes.
Your physical
Yes.
actions on the field
Correct.
change.
Correct.
All of a sudden you get the ball back, you're down a score.
Well, you saw it. There was frustration in Westlake, and that's why, there you saw the unsportsmanlikes, because they were trying to now bait. They weren't playing football anymore. They were inside their own heads going, how come we can't shake these guys? We're supposed to be able to score 40 and 50 points with ease. They couldn't, and they didn't.
You're absolutely right. There will be some big-time film watching this week for this Bowie squad. I think a lot of positives to be taken out of it. Of course, the penalties went in the wrong direction after what was a relatively clean week of penalties against Dripping Springs. But next week against Aikens, they're going to have to be perfect. They're going to have to treat it like it is a playoff game, because
These next
one loss and you're out. That's
right.
it.
That's right.
So as Coach Abels gets these guys together to close this thing out. And as we close out the broadcast, going into next week, it's got to be a full-on offensive, defensive effort. Study what you did well.
Absolutely. And with that, we do a player of the game. But I love what you just said right there. So I want to give the player of the game award to the entire defense.
There you go. I love that.
Because shutting out Westlake in the second half, you don't see that very often. And this Bowie Bulldog defense stepped up. So hats off, gentlemen. All 11, all for one, one for all. The effort was tremendous. Cade, hang in there, boss. You definitely were competing. You were competing hard to the end. I know that you frustrated some guys that are going to play D1, and heck, you could play it yourself. He's got another season back at Bowie, and this 2025 campaign is not over by any stretch of the imagination.
Not over by any stretch. A lot of potential for this team down the line. You mentioned it. I want to give a special shout-out as well to Vincent Villarreal.
Yes.
That pick six, it was sick.
Yes.
It was so exciting up here.
Yes, but it was also because of the pressure in the face of the quarterback.
And that's why the defense is the player of the game.
Yes.
How about that?
Yep.
Well, it'll be D. Hansen back here in the booth next time. It was an absolute pleasure working with you, Steve. This was awesome.
Adam. Appreciate you, my brother.
I enjoyed this experience very much, and hopefully Merle, our broadcast director out there in Central Texas, gives me the text next time you need someone to fill in. We'll keep an eye on the Anderson Trojans as they make a run as well. A little 5A, 6A alliance is forming
Let's do it.
here in Austin. Your final score from Burger Stadium, the Westlake Chaparrals 30, the Bowie Bulldogs 7. Thanks for tuning in to Vype Live. This was Adam Newberger, Steve Foster, JC De Leon on the production.